at Worldpay, if you look at anything right now, since e-commerce and the volume in e-commerce has significantly grown and traffic has shifted more and more away from the card-present POS standpoint, we know e-commerce traditionally has had lower authorization rates, and merchants are feeling that impact as they move more away from the card-present space. If they have that omni-channel type business, moving that online, there is just more risk involved in e-commerce transactions. As a result, authorization rates are lower. What we know that impacts those authorization rates, and we've seen this in data that we've run, there's a direct correlation between the actual fraud rate for a mid and what their authorization rates are. And you can see this, and we've ran this across our whole portfolio. It's a very clear correlation. As fraud rates go down, the approval rates go up. And it's not an MCC specific trend, it's not a vertical specific trend. It's a very clear trend across all different businesses and merchants. So what we know is we have to make sure that as we send data to the issuers and to the networks, it's the cleanest data possible, meaning that we've removed as much fraud from that ecosystem prior to sending that out to the issuer, so that issuer begins to trust that mid more and more. Like I said, I worked on the issuing side as well in fraud products. And I know that when we were developing fraud products on the issuing side, we would have strategies by mid, and in our models we would put in risk thresholds that if we saw fraud coming in for a mid, we would start to decline more, and you'd see more suspicious decline reason codes be applied to those mids if they had higher fraud rates. So it's really critical because you can't always have an influence on the issuer decisions, to make sure that as clean as data as you can send to the issuers, they start to trust your mids more and more. It's really critical to make sure you do that at pre-auth stage, to make sure that as that traffic goes out, the issuers trust you more.